Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Episode 15 of our Ottawa Senators rebuild, as we are finally a powerhouse in the NHL here in year 7. We are at the trade deadline. If you missed last week's episode, make sure you go back and watch it so you're all caught up. But here we are. We're at the deadline and we've got some serious decisions to make. The first one right off the rip, is do we keep Dougie Hamilton? His contract expires, he wants a lot of money, and, well, he's an 89 overall. We might move him. A mainstay on this team since, I think, year 2. We've got a decision to make. So let's get into the video, guys, and see where we're at, and maybe we can secure that first Stanley Cup. Let's go, guys. All right, so like I said, we are at the deadline, and I want to give you guys just a kind of an update here as to what's going on. So if you go and look at our expiring contracts, we've got Dougie Hamilton, the rare making 9.25, and he wants $12 million. There is simply no way there's literally no way that's going to happen. And honestly, this looks like what defenseman contracts will look like in the year 2027 based on what's happening right now. So he's gone. We are going to make a move for him. We have to see what we can get for him, though, however. We've got Logan Brown as well. He has been awesome on this team, and, you know, he's been a bargain, $2.5 million for an 85 overall player at 28 years old. I would love to keep him, but it really doesn't look like there's any way to do that either, because he wants about $5 million. Aatu Räty, who we drafted on our first draft, we had 3 first-round picks. Aatu Räty was one of them. And he's off an expiring deal. He's 85 overall, medium elite. We need to keep him. Now, he wants a pretty friendly deal for 2 years at 3.95. I'm completely okay with that. We're going to do a re-sign for him. Then we've got a couple of power forwards. Pavel Zacha we picked up, and Greenway, both expiring 84 overalls, and they want a lot of money as well. Greenway, I mean, the thing is that Zacha wants 8.2. That's just not happening. The thing is, I don't want to move both of these guys because, again, I want to win the cup. So moving on from Hamilton, we can get a ton for him, and we're going to see if we can't. Beauvillier, again, $3.5 million for him. He wants less money, which I'm completely okay with. So we're probably going to do a re-sign on him because he's been pretty decent for us. Favory, who is now on our bottom pair defense, he wants a little bit of an increase in money. Lassie Thompson as well. But then we've got some AHLers. And then we have the same issue that we have every single year is that Jesper Wallstead just wants a ton of money. And we can't pay him that kind of money and still compete. So, all right. So Dougie Hamilton, first up, let's see what we can do for Dougie Hamilton, as we're obviously going to need a defenseman to replace him, but look at the value on him. We can get an absolute stud from somewhere, and I'm not going to lie, I looked through a little bit earlier, opened up the Anaheim Ducks, and you see here Jamie Drysdale, right-handed defenseman, 4.675 for 4 years. That is an incredible deal, and the value's close. The problem is that Anaheim would be over the cap and we would have to take somebody back on, but that is a great deal in my opinion. And if we can somehow get Drysdale away from Anaheim, I mean, like, maybe we take back Alex Tuck. Is there another defenseman? Let's take a quick look here because we're gonna have to give up quite a bit. Could go Larson again. We need a right-handed defenseman. What other righties do they have? Axel Anderson. Could go him. He might fit a little bit. Actually, does a second pairing defenseman might work as well. Bernard Docker. We could bring back Bernard Docker. Okay. Brendan Carlo, maybe? This doesn't fit with us. Walton. Who's Walton? Okay. All right. So, first up, how many years is left on that deal? 1 year for Larson at 82. 3 years left on this one. Oh, no, I don't want Wenberg. 27, 3.6. No, I don't want that. All right, so Larson, we need to take some cap back, and I doubt that they're going to give up Drysdale. We are going to have to move probably a first-round pick. Is there any other draft picks? We had a really good draft this year, however. I will say that. Oops, 1 second. Let me take a look here real quick. Could go Lassie Thompson. Draft picks. Let's try a second rounder. This is a lot. This would be huge for us, though. Yeah, maybe a second. We have 3 second-round picks, which is awesome. Bang! What a blockbuster for these Ottawa Senators. We got Jamie Drysdale, and I'm not going to lie, the last year of the OHL before the pandemic hit, I saw JB Drysdale play against my Ice Dogs about 4 times, and he was incredible. One of my favorite players in junior. I just hate that he is on the Ducks, obviously, as a Sharks fan. But we just swapped out Drysdale for Hamilton, saved $5 million, and got a stud right-handed defenseman there. The only thing that kind of sucks is that he doesn't really fit the coach, but I'll take it. I mean, yeah, I'm completely okay with that. Shabbat to Drysdale, literally no overall drop, and he's got a ton of points. That was a great deal. The only other thing I'm thinking of is we do have Larson now. It's a 2-way, and I'm wondering if he fits a little bit better, because Sanderson just does not fit really well. Either does Johnson fits a little bit more. I wonder if we go Favre and just put 2 left-handed defensemen on there. Go Larson and see what happens. Nah, he doesn't really fit either. Man, the defenseman in this, our coach just does not like defensemen, it appears. But the overall is a little bit better. Yeah, we can keep that. The overall does go up. So we lose a little bit of chemistry there, but that's completely okay. Now, in terms of forwards, it sucks because Bedard just does not fit on the first line. Either does Shane Wright. A little bit more for Shane. And then, yeah, okay. We're going to try this, though. I know because if we go like this, it's 5-3, and that's obviously incredible, but I don't want Bedard and Wright there anymore. Like, I like this a little bit more. We got Ottu Ratty down the middle. Beauvillier, I think we're going to re-sign. He fits that third line really well. I think we offer him a big contract. Greenway, like, yeah, like, it's unfortunate. Like, I would like to keep him, but at 30 years old, he's going to make a ton of money. And same with Zaka. Zaka's got to go, but the thing is that, you know, I want to try and win this year. This team is stacked stupid, so we'll see how that works out. We need to put the power play because, oh no, that worked. All right, let's see. Can we get a +5 on the power play? It's fine. Okay, we are all set to go. We made the moves we wanted to make. Let me take a look at the contract situation now again, and that was really helpful getting. All right, so we'll go through the all expiring. We'll take a look at what we've got to do now. So Logan Brown, we don't have a ton of casters. We have to sign Ratty, and yeah, if we go any higher, I mean, 2 years at $4 million is great. He's gonna want so much more money. I'm wondering if we just go for 6 at like. Let's take a look here. And he does want an extension, so maybe we can get a nice little bargain bin deal here. I'm just wondering if we should go like 4 years. He wants an extension with us, so it's like that's 5-1 for 4 years. And he's already an 85. He's still going to grow a little bit more. Let's see if we can get it. We might be able to get him to take that. I doubt it. We'll give him 5.2 just to see if it'll work. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, that's fine. But I would love to get him locked up a little bit longer. Greenway, no. Beauvillier for sure. They all want extensions, so that really helps out here. So you can go, again, guys, for anyone that doesn't know, you can go 85% of what they're asking is usually what they will accept if they want an extension. So he wants 2.5. We could, actually, that works out even better. So 3.3 years. I don't want to go 3 years, but 2 years I like. And we're looking at 2.59, so like we'll go 2.625. I think that's a great deal for Beauvillier. Formanton, again, that's pretty cheap, so I'm okay with that. And again, we'll see if we can't save some money. And he wants 1.5 on a nice deal. Larson, who we just picked up, wants does he want one? 4 years. See, like, this is where it gets kind of tough. I knew that we weren't going to keep him, to be honest with you. What about Favre? Maybe Lassie Thompson. He wants a lot of money at 26 too. Galvis, a lot of AHLers that we don't need to really worry about, and then the goaltenders we can't worry about. We have to just wait on that, unfortunately. So we've gotten everything done. I really don't think, and we have our first round pick. Like, everything is real set, and we have a giant lead. Let's see. Yeah, we have a giant lead, so We are going to sim through. Bovilia re-signed. That's huge. And we get a big win there. Formanton re-signed. Ratty. Oh, and Ratty did accept it. Let's just take a quick look at the deadline here. Again, if there's anything crazy. I'm looking at what they want. The top 2 defensemen. 2 years left at $11 million for Christian Dvorak. What actually happened there? 88 overall for McAvoy. They want Kapanen wants. I don't want anyone with term though. Is the issue? I would love 1 year left for a forward. Although another nice defenseman would be sweet. As we just got a big trade there. I wonder if Fabro fits. And he shoots right. We do need a right-handed defenseman. I wonder if he fits. He does fit. 87 overall. Maybe we can move our first for him. They do want a first-round pick. Ought to be able to, how much are we over the salary cap by? If we give them back... I wonder if we can actually move Larson, who we just picked up. Go back the other way. That might work as well, because he'd be the one that we were replacing, and we've got so many picks. This might work. And it does. Okay. All right. I'm completely okay with that. And I honestly, there's really nothing else I really want, because that worked out quite well. We got a right shot defenseman. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, our team is looking nice. This is probably the most excited I've been about these Ottawa Senators. All right, let's put Fabro in. Hopefully it wasn't lying to me. It was not, it appears, as Fabro does fit there, actually. Only on the third pairing, but look at this defensive core. We've got a 90 overall in the third pair. Like, this is wild right now. Michael Johnson, who we drafted in the first ever draft that we did, is literally 22 years old. That is crazy to me. The second pairing, we just don't have any chem, but that's fine. Okay. This is it. This is the squadron that we are going to march into the playoffs with. Who's still scratched? Just Favory and Abramov? I wonder if... Nah. I wonder if we move them. We'll wait till after, obviously. Okay, guys. So, here we go. We're going to sim through the rest of the season and see where we end up as we look for our first Stanley Cup. Our team obviously good enough to win. Here we go. And there we have it. The 56-win Ottawa Senators somehow don't win the President's Trophy as the Canucks rattle off 60 wins. All right, let's see who we are facing in the first round. And it will be the Detroit Red Wings. Okay, let's take a quick look at how the regular season went. And Connor Bedard leads the team in points with 85. We haven't had that huge one yet in terms of just like I mean, he had a couple of hundred. Oh, that was in the WHL. Sorry. He hasn't had, like, that was the most points he's ever had is 85, his fourth year in the league now. But so that's good to see, but still haven't had that huge one. Stützle, we'll take a look at his career as 86 appears to be his max. And he gets just behind that. Shane right there with 77. Kachuk with 67. And Kaprizov at 63. Shabbat and Drysdale down there with almost 60 points as well. In terms of goaltenders, man, Wallstead went 43 and 17 with a .913 save percentage. That might be good enough for the Vezina. What about defensemen? We trade away Hamilton, which is tough, obviously. But we'll take a look at awards at the end of the season. Here we go, the playoff tree. It is going to be the Ottawa Senators and the Detroit Red Wings, the Florida Panthers and the Leafs, Capitals and Lightning, Flyers and Islanders. On the other side, it is the Oilers versus the Canucks, Ducks and Kings. Great series there. Flames and Stars, and then the Blackhawks and the Blues. All right, we will take a look now at the Detroit Red Wings, who we've had some tussles with in this series. Let's take a quick look at what Detroit is rocking with now, as Eno Nokalainen, their first-round pick, second overall in 2024. Sebastian Aho and Lucas Raymond, Nita Ryder, Veleno, and Zadina. Fabry, Stankoven, and Rust. And then Lecision, Berggren, and Turakov. On defense, it's Cholowski, Pesci, Clark, as well as Wallander, Christensen, and Darren Coburn. Must be his kid. And then in net, they've got Tristan Jarry, 31 years old now, and Drieger. Okay, we have a significant advantage here. There is no reason that we lose in this round. Here we go with game number 1. We'll sim through. Let's see what happens. Through the first period, it is 0-0 shots, 11-9. Through the second period, and it is 3-0 for the Senators. Formanton, Kaprizov, and Stützle on the power play. Okay, here we go. Then through the third, they get 2 back to make it close. Zeno Nokalainen gets 2, but that won't matter as the Ottawa Senators will take game number 1. And that's a great start for you. We've rattled up. We've had some slow starts in the past. All right, on to game 2. And again, we're looking for that big 2-game sweep at home. We'll take a look at the AHL team as well. So through the first period in game number 2, it's 1-1 as Shane Wright and Fabry get on the board. Through the second period, 0-0. And then through the third, it's 2-1. Beauvillier scores short-handed. Look at where he scored from. All right, you love to see it. Short-handed, 38-15 of the shots as we absolutely pump Detroit. And Tristan Jarry had the game of his life. Nonetheless, we take a 2-0 series lead going into Detroit. Also want to check on the AHL team as we did finish first in the league. Yep, first in the league in the AHL. And again, we'll just take a quick look at that team as Kurashev leads the team in points. Sokolov, friend of the channel, Igor Sokolov, the captain of these Belleville Senators, 60 points in 76 games. Shane Pinto at 60. Lako, Keel Thomas, who again, I would love him to make the jump up, but just, obviously the team is just so good that it's very, very difficult. In terms of goaltenders, we've got Decord, who went off. Gord Buchensky. Wow, what a name. And then Colton Ellis. Okay. All right, so both teams doing very well. And obviously, the Belleville Senators, the reigning Calder Cup champions, as we did win the AHL championship last season. And all right, we're going into game 3, though, in Detroit. Can we take a stranglehold on the series? We'll see. Through the first period, and it is 0-0, 8-11 are the shots on goal. Through 2, it's 1-0 for Nino Niederreiter against Wallstead, as it's 1-0 Detroit, 26-14 of the shots on goal. And after 3, it's 3-1 as Christensen and Coburn score. Bedard gets one back, but it is 3-1 for Detroit, and they stave off that 3-0 deficit. We'll move on now to game number 4. And again, we don't want to get down and tie this one and make it a best of 3. So let's get a big win here. Through the first period in game number 4, it's 0-0. Man, no goals in the first period at all. Through 2, it is 2-2 as Turakov, Stützle, Leschizin, and Greenway all get on the board. 27-15 of the shots. This is crazy. And then through 3, we pumped 3. Kadri, Wright, and Kaprizov all score. Also, guys, something I want to mention. 23 seconds left in the game. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure in real life it's flipped because I get a ton of comments about this. This is an empty net goal, and it says 0:23 remaining. I don't know why, but I get a ton of comments about it. It confuses me as well. But yeah, that's anyway, so Kadri, Wright, and Kaprizov, and we've got a 3-1 series lead in the first round. We'll sim to game number 5 in our first elimination game. Shane Wright's got 5 points in 4 games. Always been a great playoff performer for us. And let's see if we can end it at home. Through the first period, it's 0-0 again. That is wild to me. All right, through 2, it is 0-0. Okay, we're going to slow roll here. 30-21 of the shots, and we get one. Kaprizov scores, as he's been great. 1-1, though, as Rust gets it right back. Cholowski scores right away, and that's a tough pill to swallow. As Detroit fighting back, can they stave off elimination? And it looks like they will, unless there's some late-game heroics. There isn't, and there will be a Game 6. All right, a little nerve-wracking there. We had the lead, blew it, and now we're going back to Detroit for Game 6. All right, here we go. Let's end this now. Enough is enough. All right, through the first period, it's 2-1 Detroit. Zaka, but Zadina and Coburn get it back. Through 2, it's 2-2. Kachuk scores. All right, big period here. We do not want a game 7, especially against a team that has no business being in a series against us. Here we go. My goodness. Nokalainen gets one with 3 minutes remaining in the game to tie it up, and we have got overtime in game 6. Oh my god, hold on to your butts. We cannot go to a game 7. All right, folks, here we go. Game 6 overtime. Can we eliminate the Red Wings and avoid a game 7? Cholowski, the hero in game 5. He's going to bring it all the way back into his zone, and they break out Lucas Raymond now into the neutral zone. Here's Veleno, 3-on-2 maybe. Niederreiter can't get a clean shot on. Veleno behind the net, out in front, but a great stick, and here goes the Sens the other way. Here's Kaprizov with speed, stops up into the middle, and they score! What a feed to Stützle! And we're going to win it in overtime. It got a little dangerous. But Shabbat and the boys get things done in game number 6. And we're going to move on to the second round as these Sens look for their first Stanley Cup victory. Wallstead with a big save at the one end and a great goal to end it in overtime by Stützle, but what a feed by Kaprizov. And Jari can't stop that one, and we're moving on. Right. They got a little scary, not going to lie. Usually when you dominate in the regular season, you usually get knocked out in the first round, but not this year. As we're moving on to the second round, and we're taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs, one of the best rivalries from the early 2000s, back when Toronto actually made it out of the first round. And here we go. Let's take a look also at the AHL. Did we move on here? I don't think we did. We did not. We lose in the first round, so we will not repeat as Calder champions. But Stützle with 7 points. Let's take a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs and see how they shape up and what we're looking at here. Nylander, Matthews, and Marner, an unbelievable first line. Then they've got Nikolai Ehlers, Malkin, and Robertson, Sanford, Tierney, Palmieri, Bluger, Gambrell, and Ferland. I really like this team. On defense, Riley and Liljegren, Connor Murphy, Sandin, Chris, and Dmitry Tulipov, a third rounder. Okay, and then in nets, it's Caden Primo and Tommy Valent. Wow, okay. All right, so we'll take a look as well at the other teams and see what happened in the playoffs. As Toronto won 4-2 over the Panthers, Capitals win 4-2 over the Lightning, and the Flyers 4-2 over the Islanders. On the other side, Chicago won 4-2 over the Blues. Game 7 win for Calgary against the Dallas Stars, 4-2 for the LA Kings, and a 4-1 absolute whooping over the Edmonton Oilers as Vancouver looks dominant so far. Okay, here we go. Game number 1, I'm not going to lie, this team scares me. They had almost 50 wins. But let's get into it. Game number 1 of the series, Toronto and Ottawa in round 2. Through the first period, it's 1-0 as Palmieri scores to make it 1-0. 16-10 are the shots. Through 2, we get it right back. Shane Wright scores late in the second. And here we go. Through the third period, it's 2-2. We've got overtime. Tierney and Kaprizov. All right, let's see how game number 1 will end. Game number 1, we're going to start on the power play. Stützle on the wing on this power play, and here we go. The Ottawa Senators looking to end it early. Here's Shane Wright, backdoor, and what a save there from Primo. My goodness, he's robbed in tight on the power play. Back to the point. Down low, Shabbat sends it around. Here's Shane Wright. He's bumped off. Gambrell sends it to Tierney. He's got a step. Stops up into the middle. Nylander to Tierney, and Wallstead comes up huge there. Short-handed, they threaten. And Matthews now out the other way. Matthews has Nylander. Still with the puck. Stops up into the middle. Huge save. Rebound. They score as Marner will pick up the rebound. And Toronto will take a Game 1 win in overtime. All right, into Game 2. Let's erase that one from our memories real quick. And we're going to start in the first period. Game 2, we got to split at home. And we're up 2-1. Kadri and Kaprizov. Matthews gets one back through 2 periods. It's all tied up. Marner, again, as he's been dominant so far in this series. And then through 3 periods, it's 1-1. We've got overtime yet again as Logan Brown short-handed will tie things up. All right, here we go. And we're off. Liljegren will start it in overtime. Can the Senators get back into this series? Across the line. Here's Wright, rips one on. Rebound is stopped, and Primo is going to hold on to that one. As the Sens threatening early, the first line. Tkachuk, Bedard, and Wright. Rips it on. Tipped in front, and a huge miss there is a great opportunity. Goes right through the net. On the backhand, he stops up across to Sandin. He walks in, and a huge hit there. Oh my goodness, Stützle erases his man. Here we go. That's Zacha. He's got some speed. Gets into the middle. Has the puck still. Shot on. He scores. Kaprizov lets a missile go. And we take the 1-1 series in overtime. What an absolute missile by Kaprizov there. My goodness. Zacha fights for it. And then just a launch sequence from our electric winger. Bang! That was not on his stick long. And that beats Primo, and the series is 1-1. Okay, back to Toronto now. Series tied at 1s. Big game 3. Can we take the lead in the series through the first period? It's 2-0 Toronto as their first line is just a horse to deal with. 2-0 for Toronto. Through 2 periods, it's 4-0. Robertson and Marner, and now things are getting out of hand. We have 15 shots on goal. And we'll end at 5-1. Matthews again. Tkachuk gets one back, but 5-1, and now we are trailing 2-1 in the series, and we really haven't felt, I don't know, just haven't felt in it, even though we lost the first game in overtime. But nonetheless, here goes game number 4. We got to win this one, as we don't want to be down 3-1 to the Leafs. All right, here we go. Game 4. And it's 2-1. Stützle and Sanderson get on the board. Malkin gets one back. Through 2 periods, it's still 2-1. 27-13 of the shots on goal. And through 3, it's tied. Matthews and Murphy, Beauvillier. And we're going to overtime for a 3rd time in the series. Here we go. We need to win this one. Sens and Leafs game 4. Can we even the series once again? We'll start Drysdale. Shot on, and Primo will stop that one. As Bedard threatening early. That first line for Toronto has been deadly. Bedard up front. A draw win for Matthews, and he's been great in the face-off dot. Here goes Toronto across the line to Matthews. Here's Marner. Marner into the middle to Riley. Shot on, they score, and Riley will snipe one home. And that's a devastating L for these Ottawa Senators. And man, we just do not have the luck in the postseason. We've got to rattle off 3 straight wins. 4 points in 10 games. Zach has got 7. I think it's time to move him up. Stützle's got 12. How much does Bedard have? Bedard has 3 points. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure how, but there it is. Kaprizov's got 9. Shane Wright's got 8. That's fine. Actually, you know what? There we go. We're going back to the old lines. In fact, here we go. Let's see what happens. As that third line as well is having a tough time. I wonder how... No points for Shabbat is extremely concerning. And then in net, Wallstead. Again, 900 save percentage. Just not good enough. All right, here we go. Let's see if the line changes work. We're going into game number 5. We need to win 3 straight. And it's 2-1 as Wright and Kaprizov score. 2-1 for the good guys. They get it right back. Palmieri scores on Wallstead, and we're going into the third period now. Do or die. And look at that. Shabbat with a minute 34 remaining gives us the lead. And what a clutch goal from the captain. And we'll force a Game 6. Okay, back in Ottawa. All right. Sorry, back in Toronto. My apologies. Okay, I mean, the line changes seem to work. Can we win 2 more and stun the Leafs? It was 3-1. Memes are high right now. Through the first period, it's 1-1. Murphy and Bedard. Shots dead even. Through 2 periods, it's 3-1. Formanton and Beauvillier, bottom 6, getting in the action. And through the third period, it's 3-2. Ferland scores, but that's all they're going to get. And we will force a Game 7. Okay. In Ottawa. Game 7. To go to the conference finals. Will the Maple Leafs blow yet another lead? Here we go. Through the first period. It's 1-1. Stützle and Chris score. Through 2 periods. It's 1-1. Okay, folks, do or die, Game 7. We're getting outshot. Here we go. All right, Leafs fans, close your eyes as these Senators pot 2 in the third, and we've got a 3-1 lead at home in Game 7, looking to erase a 3-1 series deficit. A minute 30 to go. Shot on as the Sens trying to buzz. You've got to be kidding me. It was 3-1 as the Senators looking for more. But Primo holds on to that one. 53 seconds remains. Back to the point. They work it around, just trying to kill the clock. Here's Stützle. Nice spin move. Rebound, and that one was in the crease. They'll work it around. 10 to go. Malkin. Stop. That one's blocked. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we did it all the way back. And we are back in the conference finals as an unbelievable 3 straight wins from these Sens. Unbelievable. But we're not done yet. We're going to take on the Philadelphia Flyers. As in the other finals, it's LA and Calgary. So the 60-win Vancouver Canucks eliminated in the second round. Color me stunned as we'll take a look at the Flyers here. Let's see how they shape up. Farabee, Patrick, Tristan Robbins, with Kevin Labanc, Morgan Frost, and Ivan Barbashev, Kruger, Bachvist, and Fogle, and Lowry, Treinen, and Foote. This is a real, workhorse, just grinded out team. On defense, it's Provorov and Aaron Ekblad. Great first pairing. Lundqvist and Shea Theodore, with Travis Sanheim and Sammy Niku. Goaltenders are Carter Hart and Casey DeSmith. We definitely have the advantage on the team, but I think the lineup changes, they worked. As Stützle and Bedard switching spots, we finally got Bedard going. And Kaprizov obviously played really big in that series. Things are starting to shape up a little bit. Let's take a look at, did he get over 900 save percentage? He did. All right, let's get into the conference finals. Can we get back to the Stanley Cup? Okay, game number 1 of the conference finals. And it's 0-0 through 1, 13-9 of the shots. Through 2, it is 1-1 as Kaprizov and Labanc score at either ends of the period. And through the third period, It is 3-2 as Shane Wright and Brandstrom will score to give us a Game 1 win in the conference finals. 3 wins away from getting back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, Shane Wright now the leader in points, 14-14, as he's been great in the playoffs ever since we drafted him. Here we go. Through the first period in Game 2, it is 1-0. Shane Wright scores. Who else? Now through 2, it's 3-0 as Zaka and Sanderson both score 3-0. And we're going to get the shutout in Game 2 as we are rolling right along here. Unbelievable performance. Ever since that comeback, we've rattled off 5 straight wins. 2 wins away from the Stanley Cup Final. This could be the year. Game 3 in Philly. It's 4-0. Kachuk, Bedard, Kachuk again, and Michael Johnson. An unbelievable performance in the first period. Through 2, Sanderson gets another one. It's 5-1. And we're going to end with a 6-1 beatdown in Philly. And we've got a 3-0 series lead as Wallstead finally showing up here as he's allowed 3 goals in 3 games. And we are 1 game away from a sweep in the conference finals. Here we go. Through the first period in Game 4, it's 1-0 as Bachfist will score on Wallstead. Through 2, it's 2-1. Stützle and Kadri on the power play. And we've got the lead. Can we finish the sweep? And we do. Kaprizov with 2 more. 40-22 are the shots, and we complete the sweep in the conference final. Unbelievable. These Sens, we want it this year. Who are we going to play? LA with a 3-1 stranglehold on the Flames. It looks like we're playing the Kings. 3-2. It's getting interesting. And here we go. We will take on the 50-win Los Angeles Kings in the Stanley Cup Final. Is this the year that it finally happens? Taking a look at the Los Angeles Kings, their first line, Kubalik, Quentin Byfield, and Eric Greenstreet, who they drafted 2nd overall in that very first draft, if you remember way back in the series. He has won a couple of goal-scoring titles. Great winger there for them. Silverberg, who's now 36, with Turcotte and Andreas Janssen. Carl Grundestrom, Kevin Hayes, and Riley Smith, Puljujarvi, Velarde, and Kaliev. So a lot of their young talent now still on the team. Dominic Thorburn, their 4th overall pick in the first round of our very first draft, with Drew Doughty, Victor Mete, and Nurse, Gavrikov, and Clegg. So they've got some decent defenders. And then Markstrom and Markkanen. We have the team. Can we finally do it? We lost the first time. But can we win the Stanley Cup here in year 7? Here we go with game number 1. Through the first period, it's 1-1. Dante Fabro, who we'd picked up at the deadline, and Turcotte with 1. Through 2, it's 2-2. Stützle and Byfield as the number 2 and 3 overall pick in 2020. Tie things up here, and we're going into period 3. And Aatu Räty on the power play will give us a Game 1 win. Okay, we've got our first win in the Stanley Cup Final here, and we're going into Game 2. Tim Stützle now with 20 points. He's got the team lead. And Game 2, can we get the home sweep? Through 1, it's 3-0. Stützle, Michael Johnson, and Brady Tkachuk all from the same spot. They have 5 shots on goal. My goodness. Through 2 periods, it's 5-0. Kadri with a couple, and we'll finish it off. Velarde gets one back, but it's 5-1. My goodness. And we're looking to take a stranglehold. We have won 10 straight games. Is that right? 3 in round 2. Sorry, 9 straight games. 4 the sweep in the conference final, and now 2 in the Stanley Cup. This is a run. Going for win number 10 in LA. Can we take the stranglehold? Here we go. Game number 1, and it's 1-1 as Greentree scores. Räty again, who's coming up big in the finals. Through 2 periods, it's 2-1. Kaprizov gets one on Markstrom. And can we hold on to the lead in the third? We do, as Bedard scores on the power play. And folks, this might be it. Unless there's an impossible collapse, we've got a 3-0 series lead. We've won 10 straight in the playoffs. And we're going for the cup in Game 4. Here we go. Game number 4. First period. It's 1-0. Beauvillier scores on Markstrom in the first. Through 2 periods. It's 2-2. Turcotte and Byfield get one each. And then Tkachuk answers. And here we go in the third period. And what else is new? We've got overtime in Game 4. Looking to win our first Stanley Cup. Here we go. Overtime. 1 goal will end it and give us our first cup. Tkachuk's got it to start. Sends it back. Good passing play, but Byfield on the turnover. Here's Greentree. Along the boards, into the middle to Doughty. Doughty walks in, he scores! And just like that, my least favorite player in the NHL will avoid the sweep on that nice goal in overtime, and the Kings survive this one. Okay, here we go. Game 5, can we win it at home? Through the first period, it's 0-0 shots, dead even. Through 2 periods, it's 0-0. It's a goaltender battle. And here we go in the third. Got to be kidding me. Eric Greentree scores on Wallstead with 2 minutes remaining, and they force a Game 6. Not like this. All right, enough is enough. I'm okay with winning it on the road. Here we go, Game 6. My goodness. 1-0. Aatu Räty scores. He is the MVP of the Stanley Cup Finals. Through 2. It's 4-0. Sanderson and 2 from Drysdale are deadline acquisition. And here we go in the third period of game number 6. 37-8 are the shots on goal. As these Sens say, enough is enough. Here we go. 4-1, a minute to go in the series. As the Senators looking to close things out. Final minute underway here in LA. It was a long time coming. Didn't make the playoffs for the first 4 seasons. We get Bedard, we get Shane Wright. We move Hamilton at the deadline for Jamie Drysdale. And we're 36 seconds away from a Stanley Cup. Chabot and Tkachuk still here from the original team. 7 years in. Doughty looking to make it interesting. Here's Kubalik on the nice backhand. Saved by Wallstead, though. Stützle with it. Just gonna dump it in. 15 to go. All right, boys, you've stuck with it through 14 episodes. Enjoy this one as our Ottawa Senators, after an anticlimactic penalty, Kadri's going to hop over the boards. He had a great playoff run as well. A couple of big goals for him. And that is going to do it. The Ottawa Senators are the Stanley Cup champions. We grabbed Dante Fabro as well at the deadline to bolster our defense even more. Also, Michael Johnson looks like Gandalf. As, gotta say, love it when the LA Kings look sad. Big dubs there as well. We couldn't do it on home ice. That was tough. But smell you later, LA. The Sens are Stanley Cup champions. Tim Stützle, the Conn Smythe winner. One of the only players, again, with Tkachuk and Shabbat that are still on the team. Lord Stanley's mug. And Shabbat is going to come get it. Fake Gary Bettman. Doesn't look like Bettman at all. Give me that cup. Gives it over to the Conn Smythe winner, Tim Stützle. Jake Sanderson, phenomenal defenseman for us. Jesper Wallstedt also. Contract situation has been a mess for the last 5 years, but nonetheless, he was huge in this playoff run. And there are the boys. One nice picture. Kadri in front. And we've done it. Won the Stanley Cup. A great season there. And the Charlotte Checkers win the Calder Trophy as well. And we'll go through the awards. As Connor McDavid did win the Art Ross this year. The Hart Memorial went to Elias Pettersson. The Norris to Quinn Hughes. Lady Byng to David Pasternak of the Florida Panthers. The Calder went to Jesper Wallstedt. Huh. Okay. The Conn Smythe, Tim Stützle. Vezina to Demko. Jennings also to Demko. Bill Masterson, Hayden Fleury. Jerome. Sorry, obviously not, but Iginla wins the Jack Adams. The Selke goes to Heischer. Lindsay to Pettersson. Timmins wins the Maurice Richard Trophy. So let's just take a look at our playoff heroes. As Stützle with 25 points in 23 games. Kaprizov with 12 and 23. Shane Wright with 20. Bedard with 16. Drysdale there. And in nets, .926 save percentage for Jesper Wallstedt. Well, guys, it has been a hell of a run. Until next time, thanks for watching.